There is a moment in almost every single trader's career, a moment that no one prepares them for. This is the moment where your strategy starts working, but you are still losing. But not because the market has changed. It is because you sized up. I will tell you that right now, that the closest that I ever came into quitting trading was after a series of winning months. And all of that because success created a very dangerous emotion, unlimited confidence without psychological capacity. You see, when traders struggle, they believe that the solution is better entries. When they improve, they believe that the next step is bigger size. But sizing bigger is not a technical decision, it is a psychological weight. Most traders increase size for one of those three reasons. Number one, they want to recover losses faster. Number two, they finally feel ready. And number three, it is their ego whispering, you should be making more money now. You know what, traders? Ego has blown way more accounts than bad strategies ever will. I remember the April of 2025 when I started increasing my size after a huge winning streak. And suddenly, every single trade felt different. Pullbacks felt deeper. Stops felt closer. Time felt slower. You know what? The charts had not changed, but my nervous system had. You know what? Your brain has one main job, and this job is survival. It is not profitability. When the money becomes emotionally significant, your brain stops optimizing for execution. It starts optimizing for protection. Remember the survival thing that we talked about? This is where traders begin to close profits early, avoid valid setups, hesitate, overmanage, and close trades at the moment that they see them being green, because now the sizing has increased and the money seems way more significant, and it actually is. And this is not the result of the traders not being disciplined. This is the result of the brain getting into survival mode. This is what I want you to understand. The brain is trying to reduce perceived danger. I will give you one sentence that I heard somewhere. Oversizing turns traders into risk managers instead of opportunity executors. Because traders, you cannot trade what you are not psychologically prepared to lose. Let that sink in. You cannot trade what you are not ready psychologically to lose. You know what? There is a dangerous phrase in trading. When your strategy is no longer your weakest link, you are. When I oversized traders, I was catching myself watching and looking the whole time at P&L, profit and loss. I was not looking at the proper way to execute. I was not looking at structure anymore. I was managing candles one by one instead of execution plans. And this is when I understood that something was seriously changed. I can say in my career, something was terribly wrong. Performance is fragile when your emotional exposure is too high. So I made the decision that most traders' egos would resist, and a decision that all of the traders in my group are aware of. I sized down. Not because I was failing, but because it was about time that I would think again as a professional and not as an amateur. Because professionals protect longevity, whereas amateurs protect their egos. And almost immediately, trading became quiet again. My patience returned, my execution sharpened again, my thinking slowed down. And the irony, I started making more by trading less. Let that sink in. Because the size that you are trading, and I know that it differs from account to account, this sizing should allow you to remain emotionally neutral. How many of you have entered a trade that increased your heart rate? If you are in a trade and you have an increased heart rate, then most definitely you are trading too big. Trading should be professional, not theatrical. Most traders blow accounts because they scale faster than they should. Income grows, but the person managing this income does not grow with it. Because traders, scaling is not a financial decision. It is an emotional qualification. So before increasing size, ask the following questions. Am I remaining calm during drawdowns? Do I execute without hesitation? Can I accept a loss without an emotional reaction? And am I focused on process and not money? If the answer is no, then you're sizing too heavily, too early. It is as simple as that. Let me give you a sentence. Do not promote yourself to a size that your psychology cannot manage. It is as simple as that. You will be trading only what your psychology can manage. Nothing above that. Because amateurs chase big trades. Professionals, on the other hand, are trying to chase big careers. And a big career means having longevity in the game. The more you survive, the more your odds of building this career. Because anybody can have a lucky trade or a winning streak which stems out of luck 100%. But very few traders survive 1 year, 5 years, a decade, or even more than that. So trading smaller did not limit my success. It made it bigger. It made it sustainable. Because the goal is not to trade big. The goal is to become a trader who survives in the long run. Longevity is the ultimate trading edge. Nothing else, guys. Nothing else. If you start treating trading as a profession, you should start making decisions that your future self can survive. You should be able to survive the decisions that you are making. Make sure to surround yourself with traders that think in terms of longevity and they think in the long term, not just in matter of I won one big trade or I won this trade or that trade. You should be thinking in terms of bundles of trades, letting your statistics play out. Now, most traders are gonna watch this video, they are gonna agree with it, and they are gonna get back to oversizing the next day, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. But a small group of people decide to approach this professionally. Those are the traders that I work with in my Discord. It is not a signals group, it is not hype, it is a professional environment focused on execution, consistency, and psychology. And for traders who want structured guidance, I personally mentor a limited number of traders. If you are serious about this career, you know where to find it. Choose your environment carefully. It shapes the trader you become. Thank you for watching.